welcome to the No Format Required, the only podcast where, well, I get into it and I can't actually remember what I'm going to say. I didn't actually have anything lined up for my intro, but hey ho. I'm Mike, and with me as always is Charlie.
Hello.
How are you, Charlie?
Not too bad, how are you?
Yeah, I can't complain.
Not seen you in a while.
No, well, our last time we recorded was over 6 weeks ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's been a while since we recorded together.
It does seem like ages, actually. I was thinking that the other day.
Had a lot in the backlog.
Yeah.
We managed to make a few episodes, count as quite a few episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anything new in your life?
No, nothing.
Oh. Right,
no, not really.
Nothing new in mine, to be fair.
No.
I've had a very busy day today.
Have you? What have you been doing?
We went to IKEA this morning because George is now old enough to go in the crash.
Oh, okay.
So we put him in the crash, you get an hour free, and then we wandered around IKEA with two of our friends. They dumped their children in the crash too. George had a great time, and then we had to go back and we went to the restaurant. They had meatballs.
Oh, very nice.
Very exciting. And then it was like, oh, where should we go? Because we had basically an hour and a half until our next activity. It was like...
What next activity at IKEA? Is it activity centre?
Oh, they do activities all the time.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. But until our next thing that we had planned.
Oh, okay.
So we're sort of driving home. We was thinking, we might just go down the park, down the road. And then we saw a sign for Error Wash Museum.
Didn't know there was one.
Not the best museum. It's just it's got like World War II stuff in it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Or like stories and stuff. But it was just one of the. It was run down, beaten up, but it was charming, and like we both said we'd come back here, kid another hour at some point. Like there was all sorts of things going on, so it was just charming. There was nothing amazing about it. You wouldn't like go out of your way to go visit it. Yeah. But in terms of just killing a bit of time, it was perfectly adequate.
Okay.
So we went there, and then we went to Pets at Home for a Pal Pets or Pets Pal session, which basically they teach kids about the animals. So we went and learned about the fish, and at the end the guy goes, has anyone got any questions? And George literally goes, can I hold a guinea pig?
Did they let him?
Yeah, they went and held some guinea pigs. They got a blind rabbit there that we weren't allowed to hold and everything, because there was two rabbits in there. One of them was blind and deaf. They're apparently really, really severe albinoism, like bright red eyes.
Oh, really?
And the other one's effectively its guide dog, showing it where everything is.
Oh.
So yeah, that was cute.
Oh, that's quite, yeah.
And then we went to Lauren's mum and Kate's sister's house. Yeah. And chilled out there for a bit, just got home, and that's it. And then I've come around here to record. Oh. Been non-stop for me today.
It sounds like you've not spent much money either. It sounds like a lot of them activities were free.
Yeah, exactly.
A thrifty day out.
We literally spend our friends' money because they were looking for chimps and chairs, and we was like, why not these?
Oh, very good. What have I been up to? Work. I told you about the chimney breast fiasco.
No.
Oh, it's probably not the most exciting story for our listeners.
Buckle up.
Yeah, buckle up for an exciting. So we want to have our chimney breast out in our bedroom to just create more room. We had a surveyor that come round and had a look, and basically was like, oh no, because you've had your chimney breast taken out in your spare bedroom without any planning permission and stuff, I don't feel comfortable doing it. But when you look in the loft, it's not been taken out. Like, it's still there, but it's like a small one. It's weird to explain, but basically you can clearly see it in the loft.
Okay.
So I've been ringing around loads of builders, and I sometimes find, not all tradesmen, but
here we go, tradesmen.
Yeah. So tradesmen. But you ring them up, and they're like, they don't want your business. It's like, I rang before I even asked like what I want to do, and like, oh no, sorry, we're booked up, or oh no, well, we're really busy at the minute. But it's like, well, I don't expect it to
blacklisted.
Be. Oh, I must have been blacklisted. But it's like, fair enough. Obviously, I don't expect it to be done next week, and even like if it was done in September or October time, once you get a date in. But it's like they didn't want your business. Wow. It's like turning it away. So. But yeah, basically, I rang this one builder who was really helpful, and he explained, obviously you have to go to the council and obviously get your structural surveyor to come and do plans, and and he reckons altogether is going to cost about $2,500. So for about a foot and a bit of chimney breast for $2,500,
not worth it.
No,
not worth that little bit of extra space.
No, it would be nice because like we've not done anything to that room since we've moved here, so that over 5 years. But we are still going to decorate it. But we were kind of looking at a bit more of a fancier bed and things. But we'll have to make do and just decorate it now. So and I told you about my Blanche to Go story before.
Do you want to tell the audience?
I'll tell the audience another exciting story for you. Ordered some Blanche from Blanche to Go, and they basically came an inch shorter than what I'd ordered. checked my order. Yeah, my order was right. It's what I'd ordered. I thought they'd messed up, but apparently I'd had some thing in the small print that basically said that you got to take into account the brackets or something. So I was on to their customer service over like live chat throughout today, because it's like half an hour message in between.
You been at work?
Yeah, I've been at work today. Yeah, and then raging because they were like, "Oh no, sorry, it's your fault." Then rang this guy who was really nice on the phone. I felt a bit bad that I was going to start kind of having a go at him, and he was like, "No, sorted it and reordered some blinds for us." And yeah, I think it's just a lesson learned. But have you ever had any blinds from Blinds to Go?
No, I've never. No. I don't know what I'd think about it. No is the answer completely.
Yeah. No, we've had multiple before, and we've measured it the exact same way, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Something's happened.
Yeah, something has happened. But so yeah, and then as Mike came round, I just started watching the new Fallout TV series.
You're only 14 minutes in from watching.
Yeah.
Even though I literally texted him saying I'll be around in 10 minutes, and that was like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. I was like, do I start watching it or do I wait? Because obviously I know Mike's coming and I won't be able to finish it. I was like, oh no, I'll just start watching it. But then it got to a point where just before you knocked on the door, it was like, I was like, oh, I really want to see what happens now. And I was like, well, I can't keep Mike standing at the door.
It starts off the first couple of minutes. It's before.
Yeah. And there's a guy in it which I recognise from the trailer now, who's in it.
Walter Goggins.
Yeah. From. He's done a few Quentin Tarantino films, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yeah.
I've not seen those ones. It's in Ant-Man 2. He's in a great series called... Oh my god, what's it called? It's with Danny McBride, basically as a teacher. I can't remember what it's called, but that's a really good show. He's in quite a bit. He's a really good actor. I remember first seeing him in Sons of Anarchy, and he plays basically a transgender prostitute. Okay.
And to be honest, I didn't realise it was like a bloke. I thought it was a woman throughout the whole thing. Like, he really good job of it. He was really good. No, he did one. Is it The Hateful Eight or something? No, it's A Hateful Eight. I'm sure it's Quentin Tarantino.
I've not seen I've not really seen any Tarantino. Well, it's Hateful Eight and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Not seen either of
those. Oh, that's a good. Is that the one with Brad Pitt? And yeah, that's a good one. No, this one it's all set in like effectively like a bar in the wilderness somewhere. It's like all set, and there's all different people in there that have kind of different stories. I mean, it's like the way it's done. It's like your stereotypical.
The only thing I know about that film is Kurt Russell destroys a guitar in it. The actor.
Oh yeah, Kurt Russell is in that film. Yeah,
destroys a guitar, but that wasn't scripted, and they'd borrowed the guitar from like a museum.
Oh really?
Yeah. It was apparently really expensive.
Oh really? No, they can afford it. But went to see Godzilla versus Kong. Or no,
what's it called? I was literally talking to Lauren about this. So you know this, when it's a collab, like they put this X in the middle, don't they?
Yeah. Does that mean Godzilla and Kong?
Exactly. I don't know how, because I'd read that like Godzilla X Kong.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you'd pronounce the actual.
Is it called something like Rise of the Titans or something?
It's got some
like name under it. I should know it since I went to see it last week. But yeah, very good, really, really good film.
Yeah. I watched. 2014. We talked about this a few weeks ago. 2014 Godzilla.
That's the first one, isn't it? With
Bryan Cranston and Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, and one of the older sister of the.
Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, that's the one of the Olsen twins.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It was good.
Is that the first one you've seen?
I saw King Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
Don't know why I said it like that. I was trying to work out if that was right when I was saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, King Kong Skull Island. Can't pronounce it now.
See, if you can watch them in order. That's the first one. Then I think probably the one that you're watching, but then there's a TV series on Apple,
which I didn't realise until having a look. So when watching Godzilla, I was having a look at cast, seeing how many sort of like follow over, and it's not that many that go from one film to the next film.
Yeah,
but I didn't realise John Goodman was in Monarch.
He is, but he's only briefly. He's not properly in it. Yeah, it's like flashbacks from Skull Island, but Kurt Russell's actually in it. And his son plays him younger, which is obviously really good. Like,
they look identical, don't they?
It was really good. And he's a good actor. He's the one that's in Kurt Russell's son's when they did the Captain America series.
Wyatt Russell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of sound like you're watching them in order. Anyway,
yeah, well, I plan to be watching more. I did enjoy it. It's not the most amazing film, but
no, I do really like the series of it. We saw advertised the new Planet of the Apes film. And I thought I've not watched them in years.
No, I've still not watched the last of the new ones yet. I really enjoyed the first two.
Had.
I couldn't tell you what any of them are called because they're not called.
There's like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and
this one's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, because it's a bit more developed Planet of the Apes. So I have to remember Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg.
The awful one, directed by Tim Burton.
Yeah, but the best part of that is when he like manages to get off it and then goes back to Earth, and he lands and everyone.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, everyone's an ape.
Have you not watched the original?
No.
Oh, Charlie.
I've seen.
I don't think the original Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston.
Or Charles Heston.
No, Charlton Heston. Yeah,
Him, Mr. Heston.
Yeah.
That's definitely right. It's phenomenal, and the ending, like, if you enjoyed Mark Wahlberg's ending, I'll tell you now that's shit compared to the original ending. Absolutely shit.
See, I think
it makes no sense. You try and tell me how it makes sense.
The only from the original one I've seen is an episode of The Simpsons where they go and see Planet of the Apes, the musical. Yeah, it's like Dr. Zaius singing along that.
Yeah, you should go and watch, because there's quite a few. There's because then they've got a series like Beneath the Planet of the Apes and stuff like that, and it follows like some of the original apes and characters and stuff that goes along.
Oh, okay.
They're not good, but it's just another.
Yeah.
If you enjoy Planet of the Apes, it's just a nice little series.
I suppose though back then that would be quite an easy one to do because of obviously CGI is not what it was now, and it's effectively you can just wear an ape costume and get away with it. Obviously now though a lot of it is.
Although the ape
CGI.
costumes back in, I think it's 1968 the first one came out. It's so much better than the one with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh really?
So much better costumes.
Yeah, I think they were costumes that they were wearing, weren't they? So yeah, the new ones it's all CGI, isn't it? It's not. Almost. I mean, I think they have people playing.
Yeah, it's motion caption.
Yeah, because what's his name? That
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis, and there's a British actor.
Toby Kebbell.
Yeah, that's the one. Who's also in King Kong, isn't he?
Yeah, he plays a lot of apes and stuff, though. But he does the CGI for King Kong as well.
Yeah, but he's also as one of the like the army officers. He's from. Well, he was born in Yorkshire, but he grew up in Nottingham.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he went to the Carlton thing. The Carlton. Well, I think it was Carlton Studios or whatever, like the Academy or whatever. There's quite a few. Nottingham. Have you ever watched Walking Dead?
Yeah.
You know the one that plays. Is it Echo? Or
I've only really watched the first series.
Oh, okay. Oh, anyway, there's a woman in that's also from Nottingham. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that Fallout. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So I've kind of I've actually sort of started watching on Apple TV. The Regime with Kate Winslet, and it's basically set in this fictional country in middle Europe. I don't know if you actually know what it's called. Ever found out the actual name of the country? I mean, all of them are doing that sort of English accents, and she's effectively like a bit of a dictator of this country.
I can see her playing that well.
Yeah, but she's a bit odd. Like the first, I don't want to give too much away for people I'm watching. I'm not finished watching it myself, but like she's basically like a bit of a germaphobe, and she's getting this guy to go around and test the moisture in the air before she walks around, and she sort of handpicks this like random corporal who sort of butchered loads of people, and he becomes like a bit of a mentor to her, but he's a bit crazy himself, and yeah, it's good. It's a good series so far, but yeah. But no, I've not really been.
I'll tell you something. Tonight, it won't be tonight for the guys listening.
Oh, okay.
But tonight.
Tonight. I
think it's tonight. What's the date today?
10th. No, 10th. 11th?
I think it's the 10th. It might have been yesterday then.
Yeah.
Race Across the World started.
It was yesterday.
We watched it.
No, we turned it on and saw like the end of it was on. They're in Japan, aren't they?
Mm.
Yeah, I watched a clip where they were like on a train and this guy was like writing down.
Are you planning on watching
Japanese? Probably not.
Oh, Charlie.
I'm not massively into reality telly.
But it's not reality. It's like documentary in a way because of what they're doing. Like you learn about the areas and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do like my travel program. I mean, to be honest, if it's in Japan, I do watch a lot of stuff about Japan.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously not going to be stuck to Japan otherwise.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It'd
be a very short series.
Yeah.
Get across Japan. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Lauren started watching this thing with Paul. It's quite sad actually. Paul O'Grady, the elephants.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I only watched parts of it, but I think it's sad. Or it's sad because of obviously some of the elephants that are really badly mistreated, but also because you kind of know that obviously he's dead. He's died, and yeah. But we're hoping to see if anything. He's in the north of Thailand, nowhere near where we're going, so it's kind of see if they can recommend any good places. But But yeah, so.
The other show I'm watching, which I've really got into, is Interior Design Masters with Alan Carr, in which basically a load of interior designers do up places. I first caught it a few years back, or maybe a year back, and I was like watching it, and it was doing up a shop, and I was like, I recognise it. It took me a while to realise. Basically, one of my friends, Tom, whenever he comes to visit in Nottingham, he always goes to this shop in town near, oh my god, what's that pub called on the corner? Along the tram line, just heading up to Lace Market.
Oh,
Faraday's.
Oh, it's
that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
You know the one on the corner? It's like on the corner of the alleys.
Is it Faraday's?
I'm sure it's called Faraday's.
It's got like a very small outdoor seating area.
Yeah.
There's an alleyway, a really small alleyway. No, it's
not far off Pit and Pendulum.
Ah, okay. Yeah, the one on. Sorry, I'm thinking of another pub. Yeah. So yeah. It's like
Yeah, there's a like shoe shop there, and he always goes and gets a pair of shoes every time he comes and visits.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. But then I realised that that was the one that they were doing up. So yeah.
Okay.
That's when I first sort of discovered it, and then realised I'd been watching that episode when I started watching the new series.
I had a bit of a thing where I used to watch a bit of like them what's it called, Grand Designs, but then I just used to get pissed off because they'd be like, oh, it's a couple that are 24 and 23 and they've got a budget of £2 million pounds. It's like
they don't, because that's always extreme.
Well, yeah, but like a ridiculous budget, and then some of the stuff that they do on it, it's just there
was one that we got really into it just after lockdown again. Like we always watched it every now and again, me and Lauren, but just after lockdown it was so funny because every single series would episodes, and there was about 10 episodes across each series, isn't there?
Yeah.
But every single episode would be like, this couple have got budget of this money, they're doing this, yada yada yada. It goes through, and then about a third of the way through the episode, I can't remember the guy who does it. I can't remember his name.
No.
But basically, just effectively do an ever so slight adjustment of, and then 2012 hits. Because of COVID, or then
2012,
not 2020.
2020, yeah, 2020, yeah, it was 2021.
2012. That's like
20. Yeah, that's like about 1,000 years in the future. You got like access to a time capsule or something.
Then 2020 hit, and it was just a variation of it every time. Then disaster struck. It was just COVID each time. We watched one in which there was a budget of like a couple of million, like an insane budget. He'd basically converted a church it wasn't a church. No, it wasn't even a church. Basically, there was a church that he used to go on walks with his son. So he got his son every now and again because of a divorce and whatever. And then he liked that church and everything, like the walks and stuff. So he brought the gatehouse next to it or something.
Okay.
But then he it was insane. Like they dug right underneath it all the way down. So he put a level beneath it, which he put a pool down there.
Okay.
And it was disgusting, the money he had. Disgusting. And what he actually did to it was vile, because you had this old dated building and he modernised it. And it was
really? Yeah, it's like people buying up bungalows and stuff that are they're buying up bungalows and turn them into houses, and it's like, well, there's not really many bungalows about, and they're there for a reason.
I'd love a bungalow when I'm older.
Well, yeah, that's
the idea of not going up the stairs. Fucking yeah.
Yeah. Well, Lauren's mum and dad, their house is on for sale.
Oh, it's on sale.
Yeah,
now?
It's on for sale. Yeah. So because they're they're trying to find a bungalow for that reason. Yeah. But yeah, it's. There was one show we did watch where it was basically had two designers. So it was more realistic. It'd be like us wanting to convert our kitchen or something like that, and I think they'd be paying for it themselves still, and two designers would come in and basically do a complete plan, and they would pick out the two designs kind of thing, and then it'd be done kind of thing. But it was more realistic. It was more, you know what I mean, people living in semi-detached houses or terraced houses.
Yeah, people didn't have the budget for it.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to try and get Charlie Dimmock or those two brothers that do that show.
Oh, okay.
In which they design a garden. Yeah. They basically, either Charlie Dimmock or the two brothers design a garden, and they basically say which one would you prefer, and they're like, that one. I'll try and do them so they can do the back of our garden.
Yeah. Yours has got a lot of potential though, hasn't it? It's nice as it is.
Yeah, we just need to sort out the back.
Well, you've had a couple of ideas for that, haven't you? Like you're doing an outdoor bar, then it was an outdoor cooking station.
Yeah, a lot of outdoor cooking.
Yeah. Before you come round, you were saying about before you came round, Well, just before we were doing the podcast.
Building this pub shed.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're back in the pub shed now. The weather's improving. But yeah, you were saying, we see. I want a pub shed, but a shed sort of bar area, but I don't want to pay for it. No. So if there's anyone out there that wants to donate a free shed to Mike, well, you said you found a few though.
I'll do the hard graft. I'll build it myself somehow. Yeah.
Well, you said that.
Right, let's get counting. How many planks of wood do I need?
I tell you what, it took me and the delivery guy. He came at about 6 o'clock. Yeah. Come about 6 o'clock in the morning to deliver this thing, because it was a place up in Newark, and it must have took me and him half an hour just like dragging stuff off the back to put it on. I was thinking, after that I thought, yeah, I'm glad. I mean, there's no way I'd have been able to do this by myself. My dad would have the expertise, but yeah, it would have took us, like, these two guys came and did it within, I think, about 3-4 hours.
Insane. The thing is, you got to do it quick, so you don't want to leave it overnight, really.
No, exactly. Well, yeah, because if it starts raining and stuff, so. And now I've got to paint it again this year. I'm not looking forward to that.
You've got to paint it every year?
Apparently, so they say to paint it, yeah, basically every year, and I spoke to a guy about it. He says if you do it for the first sort of couple of years, and then you're probably all right to miss a year and stuff. But yeah,
it's just like, it's not painting it. It's just
it's for protecting the wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't matter whether it's a bit slapdash.
No. I mean, to be honest, it's mainly the front that I'd be more bothered about, just making sure it's a bit more neater, because that's the only thing you can see round the back. Yeah. It's like I put grey around my windows and doors. But like the side here, on the outside, it's...
Yeah, what's the point?
And obviously I won't be painting it inside, because there's no point. It's just protection from the weather, so yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. But I really hate painting. I really do.
I hate it as well. We've done really impressive in our dining room recently, though. Because we've got that beam. I don't know if you vaguely remember, between our dining room and our living room.
Yeah.
It's an all-in-one for those listening. Like, all-in-one? What's the word?
Just support one. I assume there's been a wall there at some point.
Support beam. But obviously it comes down a bit. So what we did for our dining room, because I was getting fed up, it's like, I just want something to separate them.
Yeah.
But there's nothing there. Or distinguish the two differently, because currently it's just the same colour all the way through.
Yeah.
So what we've done is using... I went out and it was an excuse for me to buy a laser level.
Okay.
But what we've done is we've painted like down to where the beam is on all of the walls. So it's literally got like about like 30 centimetres down, less than 15 centimetres down on each of the walls to sort of like blend it in. But we've done it perfectly, like it ties up perfectly all the way around.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. I'll come and have a look.
I was pleased with that. It's not much, but it's just something that makes it pop a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, we've done our spare bedroom, had the wood panelling on it.
Oh yeah, you painted that now.
Yeah. It was a bit of a... Lauren did the painting. I did... Yeah, me and my dad did the putting the wood panelling. It had to be sanded down first because it had wallpaper on, and we'd peeled the wallpaper off, but there's still chunks. But I did one coat of white, and then the sort of yellow colour. But I think it took 4 coats in the end.
Jeez.
I mean, it needed it, but... Yeah.
I hate painting.
Yeah,
I do it, but I do hate it.
Yeah,
I'm also messy. I get it all over me, and
I'm exactly the same. When we first moved into this house, and I was painting the utility room, and Lauren's dad, who used to be a painter and decorator, he says you're the only person that can make non-drip gloss drip. Like it was scattered everywhere. Like I'm a really messy painter, but
I just don't understand how people can do it. Like I'll do it, and then suddenly I'll be like, right, done. What? And I start walking around. I was like, got my whole of my foot covered in paint. That actually happened in the recent one. Or it'll be on my bum somehow. It's like, how the hell is it on my arse when I've been painting facing forwards? But
Well, I paint. So Lauren had done that, and then there's two like white walls next to it that had a bit of yellow on. So I was like, well, I'll just give both of them it was like part of a wall. I should give them a coat in white paint. So she got up, still in my pyjamas to do it, because it only took me 10 minutes. So purposely I had dust sheets and everything, painted everything. And then went to rinse the paint downstairs, and that was it. Went and had a shower, got changed, went around my day, then went to put my I think it was my hoodie in the wash, and it had paint on it. I was like, I purposely not. So I must have, when I've gone in the room, I don't know, I must have like brushed up against it. I was like purposely very careful not to get any of my good clothes. So yeah, I keep thinking about painting this, but like I don't know. I think
by this you mean the pub shed?
Yeah, sorry, the pub shed, yeah. But I don't know. Like, I was thinking of doing what they call them little the dado rail or whatever they're called that they have sort of halfway up.
Oh yeah.
And then sort of painting below that.
I don't think that's what it's called, is it?
Dado rail?
I don't know stuff.
It might be one of them things that it's called different names depending on where you're from. But yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping to have a few parties, but a few gatherings to watch the Euros and stuff in it.
Oh, that'll be good.
I was thinking that. Well, I'm off for all 3 group games, and then I'm not sure because obviously I can't really work it out for the next round games because it depends where England.
I think I'm off for the beginning. Oh, there might be one I'm working.
Okay. Well, the group games. Yeah, I'll have a look. But I think they're like one's on a Sunday, and then there's one on a.
I feel like there's one quite early on a.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
But I think there's one on a Tuesday or something, but it's like, I'm sure there's one of the weekdays where it's like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking I'm working.
So I think that day I'm on a day, but I finish at like 5, so it'll be a bit of a rush to get home, unless I can take some toil, but
just watch it on catch up or something and try and remain.
Yeah, without noticing.
It's not going to be that much later by the time you watch it. It's not as though you got like the whole game finished. So.
No, that's true. So, yeah, my dad's made a little. So I've got a bracket for my telly in here because I don't leave it in, but he's made a little underneath the telly because I watch a lot of. I sort of link my laptop up, so I use the Sky Go thing. So he's made me a little shelf with a plug socket below as well, so I can just plug the laptop straight in.
Very nice.
Yeah, I've also got remote control lights for the outside now. So I can turn them on and off, yeah. Then I'll be dusting out the old hot tub as well.
Yeah.
And give that a good bit of a clean out the other day.
Like coming to your own personal villa.
It is like coming to a personal villa.
Like Love Island, innit?
It is. Yeah, Love Island in England.
Right, I was going to say, I've got no idea what the time is and how long we've been recording for.
I'll go and have a quick look.
Go and have a look. For those of you who are listening to this, we are recording this episode. We don't know whether, we're going to release the recording, so it might not be good.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, I'd probably say we're done.
We're done?
Yeah.
Should we sign us out?
Let's sign us out.
Shall I sign out without you on the camera for the audience?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I put a bottle of water.
I keep forgetting Oh
no, disaster struck. Charlie knocked over the recording in.
And do you know what, my phone, I've just said, look, it says low power mode, so I'm not I think it has recorded it.
I don't think it'll even be in the screen sat there.
Yeah, imagine that, I've just
gone wrong at the end, absolute peak time. Oh,
but yeah, no, thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, next week.
Or realistically we'll be recording the next episode in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week for you guys.
Get onto our socials and follow us, like posts, share us if you want, as well as our actual podcast, share that. Give us a 5-star review and 5-star review, that's all I meant to say.
Yeah, this Pubshed that Mike want's not going to pay for itself, is it?
Exactly.
So.
We've got to start getting those adverts, and the only way to get adverts is the listeners.
It is.
But yeah, no, thanks for everyone for listening. And also the reason I'm saying get on socials is because next week we're going to be doing... And I missed my days of the top 5 lists. Not necessarily Mammon podcast, but I missed top 5 lists. I basically, on my night shift, I started talking about top 5s with someone. I was like, I miss making these lists for someone. So we're going to, every now and again, do a top 5 list. Yeah. So next week, it's going to be top 5 90s films. So share your top 5 90s films on social media so we can just hear them. It's always fun. Your own personal ones. It doesn't matter whether we agree or not. It's just fun to talk about them.
Yeah.
Right. We'll see you next week then.
See you next week. Bye-bye.